Please hurry, Your Majesty. The enemy used a secret passage to infiltrate the fortress, and have already engaged Catherine and her unit.
Then let us help them at once. We cannot afford failure here. Aryan Road is too valuable.
So they really did find a back way in. Seems like the main gate's still closed. Thankfully, the controls aren't too far off.
They've stationed units around the controls for the gate. We'll need to fight our way past them if we're to have any hope of opening it.
They spotted me. Guess I've lost a step.
That's... Shamir! We must assist her!
This is where I die, huh? Not the most comfortable place for an eternal sleep.
Shamir is in dire trouble. We must help her at once.
That should clear our way into the fortress.
Surprised you came for me. I guess I should return the favor.
More kingdom forces! Quick, request reinforcements from the main army.
Stop the messengers! If they send in more troops, we'll never reach the main hall.
I can't fight in this condition.
The Emperor's personal guard is pretty tough. I'm almost impressed. Almost.
True to its fame, the Silver Maiden's arsenal is robust indeed.
We shall attack together!
You're safe here. Please, go rest. You can leave this to us.
Appreciate it. I owe you one.
One of the Gautier brats, eh? Don't tell me you actually want to fight me.
I'm a lot more than some stupid family name. I'll knock your teeth out for that.
Well, isn't someone feisty? Fine, then. Show me what you can do.
Miklon and Gwendol are fighting. It's probably for the best that I don't go help him, honestly.
Perhaps, but we can't abandon him either. Let us open this gate and hurry to Miklon's aid.
So we have to open this gate before we can open the one at the main hall? Oh, that's annoying.
There. No reinforcements should be showing up now.
That's one.
Not bad, but not good enough to beat me, whelp.
It might be different if you had a crest, but there's no way I'm losing to some crestless old man.
You sure know how to bark, but can you bite? Let's find out, shall we, Miklon?
Don't let the stronghold fall! To your posts, everyone!
Hold the position. None of them get through.
It appears we're in time. We will help bolster the main hall.
Wow, the old man's here. I guess it really never hurts to ask.
Bring it down quickly.
There should be one more device to open the gates to the main hall. We'll need to locate it.
You really don't hold anything back, do you? It's time I put you out of your misery.
What a joke. Still, at least I bought us all the time we needed.
True. I didn't expect you to give me that much trouble. You put up a fine fight, whelp. Or should I say, Sir Miklon.
I may have disowned him as my son, but I see no reason not to avenge him.
Can't believe he kept that many forces away from the main hall. That brother of mine really was something.
Everyone prepare to fire! We'll give him hell!
We won't get very far like this. We need to shut those weapons down first.
You've got spirit, daughter of Karen. I'm impressed.
That's big talk from someone who looks like he's got one foot in the grave.
Oh no, Catherine! We must go to her aid!
Now the stronghold is ours. Let's turn these things off.
I see the whelps are all here. Think any of you can kill me?
I will protect this place. Watch and see.
I am glad to find you unharmed, Catherine. Her Grace was worried about you.
She was? Well, that's a real shot in the arm.
Show them how firmly our defenses can hold.
As long as I stand, so too shall this stronghold.
That should put a stop to the attacks, too.
Perfect. Now the traps should be disabled too.
Well done, everyone. All that's left is to invade the main hall.
As a knight, it's my duty to seek revenge for my lord. I'll fight for the Count until my dying breath.
I take no pleasure in killing a man like you, yet I cannot allow you to live on.
As a knight of House Rowe, I'll take back my lord's castle if it costs me my life. As far as graves go, yes, this'll do.
A knight with no lord to serve faces adversity indeed.
Guess I really dragged you down there. Thanks for the help. Report.
A large Imperial force is advancing on the Aryan Road perimeter.
And I'd bet the Emperor is with them. What's our move, Boar?
We will not give the fortress back to them. All forces, move to intercept!
You should know that this fortress is one fun surprise after another. Well, would you look at that? A hidden staircase.
They've opened another secret passage? Whoever that is must be quite familiar with the construction of this place.
If it's someone from House Row... Oh, then maybe we can persuade him to join our side.
Aryan Road is a key position for us. We must retake it, even if we suffer losses in the process.
I can't believe I got myself dragged out here.
If they get the main hall, we'll lose the whole battle. Plus, we've got to protect the strongholds all around it, too.
I am Valdemar von Hevering, Imperial Minister of Domestic Affairs. My reasons for being here are my own.
You think this rickety little stronghold can slow me down? Don't make me laugh.
Please tell me you're not pointing that thing at my beautiful face. That old man was just looking for a good place to die. Now that he's dead, it's all on me. What a pain.
Were you with the bandits? Or Gwendol? Wait, you're from House Row.
I won't be much use if I'm wounded any further.
I knew it. You're from House Row. We sure could use you on our side. What do you say?
Well, when you put it that way, I guess I would prefer not to get butchered.
There's no sense in getting myself killed. I shall retreat.
Couldn't someone else have handled this? What am I even doing here? Oh, I'm really in it now. Who knows if I can even hold out until Her Majesty gets here. I'll be dropping out here. I'm not ready to die yet after all.
Nice one. That's a huge relief.
Excellent. That's their vanguard commanders dealt with. The question now is, where is Edelgard?
We will crush the Kingdom Army and seize Aryan Road once and for all. Forward!
This battle shall determine the fate of the Western Front. We must show them the might of the Empire.
If we can take her down here, the war is over. Everyone, now is the time to rally against the Empire.
We must not lag behind Edelgard. Everyone, forward!
They've mobilized. We must defeat them quickly.
Once this battle is over, I can just hear it. Ferdinand von Ayer, hero of Adrestia.
I have nothing more to say to you. This ends now.
Yes, I suppose it does, Edelgard. Let us finish this.
We have not yet reached our goal. Continue the advance.
Unfortunately, I really do have quite a lot to live for, so I must take my leave. But revenge will be mine.
He's gone. I would have liked to take him out here and now, though, considering how spirited he is.
It will take more than this to stop me.
We finally have our chance. I cannot let it go to waste.
I surrender. Now read me my last rites, or let me go.
Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to simply walk away. I need to ask you some questions.
Your Majesty, the Imperial Army makes to retreat. As for that monster, it's disappeared.
Understood. After what happened to Edelgard, I dare say they had little choice.
We must treat your wounds, Your Majesty. They will only worsen without proper rest.
You needn't worry about me. The Empire is on the back foot. This is our chance. Secure Aryan Road at once!
Yes, Your Majesty.
Edelgard called my father's killer Talus.
Hey, Dmitri. I didn't catch more than a glimpse of the guy, but something's not sitting right with me. His power was so familiar. Do you think he's another one? Like Tomas? And like me? How am I connected to them? Just what is this power I have?
I understand your concern, but my thinking remains unchanged from 2 years ago. Whatever the truth of your abilities may be, I trust you, and I will continue to do so. I only wish I had more to say than that. My apologies. Still, if your power truly is the same as that of Tomas or this Talus, then we may find that the questions hanging over the two of us share a single answer.
What do you mean?
Edelgard said it was Talus that murdered my father. Of course, it is the peak of folly to take an enemy's word at face value. But if she spoke true, then neither the Western Lords nor the Empire are the root of this strife. Another faction skulks in the shadows of Fodlan, bending matters to their will. And if we suppose Cornelia was party to Talas and his dark schemes, her actions become all the more explicable. I alone must bring light to this darkness.
You're doing it again. You don't hold a monopoly on revenge, you know. Or on truth-seeking, for that matter.
I need to know what happened too. I need to face the reality of my past.
I'm in too. I want my father to finally have closure.
I know I don't have the same kind of shared history all of you do, but I do share your desire to know the truth, both about myself and everything else.
Yes. Yes, you're right. Forgive me. For the time being...
Dimitri.
We have defended the fortress ably, but lost countless capable officers and soldiers in the process. Even I will need time to recover before I can wield my lance anew. Once we've secured the Silver Maiden, we'll return to the capital. Edelgard.
Are you certain? Most. Adrestia is yours to command in the Emperor's stead. None remain who can stop your ascension to the peak of this empire.
And what says Her Majesty?
Nothing at present. A grave injury suffered during the siege of Aryan Road has left her unable to speak. Come now, Duke. Haven't you always dreamt of saving your dear empire in its time of greatest need?
Yes, you have a point. I will take up arms to solve this crisis. Under my rule, we shall crush the kingdom and alliance both, and unite all of Fodlan beneath the ever-majestic banner of Adrestia. The unfulfilled ambition of countless emperors past will be made manifest by none other than myself, Ludwig von Eyre, savior of the Empire.
Then we will lift you up from the darkness, until the day you inevitably stumble back down.
Having driven off the Empire and defended Aryan Road, Fargus gains a distinct advantage on the Western Front, while the indisposed Emperor retreats to her palace in Enbar. Capitalizing on Edelgard's condition, control of Adrestia is wrested away by the now regent Eyre. However, the citizenry grows quickly resentful of his brutal manner of governance. Azure Gleam. Fanaticism. The year is 1182. 5 moons have passed since the battle at Aryan Road. While the war itself has changed little in this time, Adrestia has undergone a striking transformation. Its rivers run red with the blood of its citizens, who are beset by rampant pillage and slaughter. Dimitri resolves to kill the Emperor, dismantle Adrestia, and put an end to this grim reality.
Is this true, Lady Rhea?
It is. Edelgard told me as much before she left to deal with the upheaval in Enbar. Regent Volkard von Arundel was colluding with Tomas and his fellow knaves. For many years, Lord Arundel was a pious adherent to the Church and its teachings, until one day, his contributions abruptly ceased. Speaking of it now, I realize such a sudden change ought to have raised suspicion.
Just like Tomas, he became an entirely different person almost overnight. We had a similar occurrence in Fargus as well. Do you know of the court mage Cornelia?
The one who cured the plague, yes? So she too.
Indeed. I have reason to believe she conspired with Lord Arundel to murder my father. I had assumed them to be agents of the Empire, striving to sow discord within our lands. Yet, back at Aryan Road, the Emperor herself was assaulted by a dark mage who we can assume is in league with Tomas. Whoever these people are, they clearly have their own objectives in this conflict.
As for the man who appeared, Talas, was it? It seemed as though the Emperor recognized him.
Yes. She also claimed this Talas was the one responsible for my father's death. I find it difficult to take a bitter enemy's assertion as fact, but the pieces do fit.
Sorry, am I interrupting? It's been a while, Dimitri. Rhea?
That it has, Claude. I'm sorry you had to come all the way to Ferdiad for this.
That makes 2 of us. I can think of plenty of better places for a meeting than this chilly old capital of yours. Of course, I'm the one who asked to stop by in the first place. Thanks for seeing me, Dimitri. The Empire's sure been busy lately. An uprising over here, a siege over there. You'd think they'd get tired of causing so much chaos. But now they're looking to cross the Aramid and do the exact same in Alliance territory. I doubt it'll be long before we start getting hit with some serious losses. Which brings me to my point. What say we partner up and use our combined strength to bring the Empire down?
I am grateful to hear such a suggestion, Claude. Hardened as our soldiers may be, even the combined force of the Kingdom and the Knights of Seros pales in comparison to the staggering might of Adrestia.
If we ever hope to take their capital, we'll need to splinter their army between east and west. And, as Enbar lies in the southernmost reaches of the Empire, carving a path to it will not be an easy task.
I could get behind scattering their troops, but they've got a bear of a man in Count Burgles defending their eastern flank. Passing through Hevring territory in the west won't be smooth sailing either. The Ogma Mountains aren't exactly what I'd call welcoming.
You're right. Any attempt at head-on assault will leave our forces depleted and exhausted before we even reach the capital.
But hey, you're in luck. I have a plan. A way we can target Enbar without so much hassle. All we have to do is claim one vital stronghold, and their sway in Fodlan will shrink dramatically. Any ideas what it is?
Garreg Mach.
Hey, you really know your stuff, Dimitri.
Garreg Mach is sacred to us. Reclaiming it would provide a significant boost to morale. But how do you propose we strike at such a well-fortified location?
We'll draw the Imperial Army out to our respective front lines, then launch a pincer attack on the old monastery from both the east and the west. It's not the fanciest plan in the world, but it's all we've got right now.
Then allow me to suggest an idea of my own. I believe we should approach by way of Aelel. The valley is not closely guarded by the enemy, and its narrow paths negate any numerical advantage they may hold over us. If all three of us dispatch our best warriors, then I am certain we can retake Garreg Mach.
The Valley of Torment, huh? You're a better tactician than I gave you credit for, Rhea. How about this? First, we create a diversion by sending separate forces to the east and west and making it look like we aim for their capital. That'll split their focus. Then, when the time's right, we shift our attention to Garreg Mach, sending an army through the Valley of Torment to reclaim it.
The issue then becomes how to hold our ground on both the eastern and western fronts. The west does not concern me on its own, but we will have Count Burgles to contend with in the east.
The trick is engaging the enemy as little as possible. And don't worry, I've got a few surprises up my sleeve if we need them.
The Knights of Seros may be few in number, but they are all the more agile for it. They will act separately, providing reinforcements wherever necessary.
Thank you, Lady Rhea. The support is much appreciated.
Tell me, Dimitri, are you going to stay buddied up with the Central Church once this war is over?
My people still seek their guidance. So long as that is the case, I will continue to offer them shelter.
Meaning what? You'd toss them out on the street if nobody needed them anymore?
I doubt such a day would ever dawn. Territories may change, but people's hearts will always be stubborn things. Even if we started our own church like the Empire has, there's no guarantee our citizens would accept it in any timely manner, or at all. Let me ask you, Claude, how long do you plan to maintain this partnership with the Kingdom?
I hope we can keep this beautiful thing going for many years, long beyond the trouncing we're about to hand the Empire.
That glint in your eye says otherwise. But I'm glad to accept you as an ally, for the time being at least.
Come on, you can't seriously be doubting me already. Learn to trust a little, Dimitri. And speaking of trust, I trust you'll be throwing a big feast tonight to celebrate the occasion. I can't wait to taste that old-fashioned Fargus hospitality.
Hard to believe it's already been 6 months since the siege back at Aryan Road.
Quite. It's no surprise we've been at a standstill, though. Both the Empire and Kingdom suffered heavy losses during the battle. But lucky for us, it seems the ice is finally thawing. Let's hope you've kept your wits as sharp as your blade all this time.
Ah, there you are.
Hey, what are they doing here?
Were you not made aware? Our fine leaders have seen fit to integrate our armies, as we'll be fighting on the same side from here forward. Claude was quite insistent on our joining you on the Western Front.
I just wish it wasn't so cold here. I can feel my muscles tightening up already.
Yes, I had hoped the cold would at least bring a picturesque snowscape with it, but alas. I'm sorry to say we receive little snowfall in this part of the kingdom. I imagine our winters aren't all too dissimilar from those you experience in Leicester.
So, what would you like us to do?
Well, I guess there are two options. Either you all can stay on the front lines with us, or join the rear guard and help in a more indirect way.
Either is more than acceptable for us, though I should say our preference would be to fight by your side. If we fail to distinguish ourselves here, there will be no end to Claude's sarcastic wit upon our return.
Let's take them at the front with us. That's where we're gonna need the most help.
Agreed. We can discuss further with the others later, but it's safe to assume that is the direction we'll head.
Very well. Allow us to show you what Alliance soldiers are capable of.
Nice of Claude to be sending us backup.
Indeed. It's hard to know what their motivations may be, but we need all the help we can muster.
Your tone's telling a different story, though. What's up?
It's merely that we all have our own reasons for taking part in this fight. Everyone, Claude, Rhea, even us. Each side is watching the other like famished hawks for the slightest hint of foul play.
What? You mean there's more to this thing than just stopping the Empire?
Yes. For my part, I would like to uncover the true nature of this enemy hidden in the shadows of Fodlan. The Church likely wants little beyond the reclamation of Garreg Mach. As for Claude, who can say? Rodrigue should be joining us here in the coming month, after he's finished tying up loose ends in the West. But even as our numbers burgeon, we can't afford to lower our guard. The situation demands constant vigilance.
This one's been leveled too. Every last house in the village reduced to ash. Our first push into enemy territory, and all we have to show for it is the charred remains of people's lives.
The neighboring village was plundered as well. There must have been Imperial soldiers stationed nearby.
What is it, Dimitri?
I don't understand. Why would they do this? Were they trying to stop us from retrieving supplies from these villages? Were they that adamant that we not establish a base here? In a sense, are we responsible for this?
The fiends oppressed this region heavily. Setting it alight was no far step beyond that.
Looks like they raised the fields, too.
What wrong had these people committed to deserve such barbarity, such mindless slaughter? And what sort of foul creature would carry it out?
Hard to say. I can get why they might want to burn the buildings down. But there's no reason to execute all the villagers, too. This isn't usually how the Empire does stuff. Sure, their methods have always been pretty rough, but never downright cruel like this.
Agreed. Perhaps this is the result of their failure at Aryan Road. This devastation, this blackened earth. Can this truly be the world she hopes to create?
I suspect Edelgard is no more than a mere puppet now. That, or perhaps a victim of whatever befell Tomas.
You may just be right.
Urgent news, Your Majesty! The Western Church has launched a surprise attack on our rear flank!
I see. And what of our losses?
Minimal as of yet, but the enemy makes to join up with the Imperial Army and strike again.
What's the call, Dimitri?
I'd like to push on, but it seems we will have to put that on hold for now. The Western Church comes first.
But why would the Western Church form an army now of all times?
I know they've had many disagreements with the Central Church over the years, but that doesn't explain the timing.
The answer may lie in the reports that some of Cornelia's associates have been seen among their ranks.
Interesting. The Western Church infiltrated by the very foe we hope to strike down. An organization devoted to the salvation of all, overtaken by another dedicated to nothing but chaos. Now there's some irony.
I guess it depends on what happened when. But if the Western Church has been rubbing elbows with Cornelia's people this whole time, they might have played a role of their own in the tragedy of Duscur.
Indeed, I believe the situation holds many hidden truths. Ones we may never have imagined until this very moment.
Tomas, Cornelia, Tallis. They've been pulling the strings this whole time. But what's that mean for me? My power is the exact same as theirs.
It's certainly a puzzle, yes. A quandary even I don't hold the answer to. Perhaps you're related somehow. Though bearing similar abilities doesn't necessarily make you their kin. The good news is, some of them will be in this very battle. Perhaps you can seek out the truth yourself.
I thought this was the Western Church's army. You wouldn't know it with all those outside forces, Imperial and otherwise.
We must help these people, and quickly. We can focus on gaining territory after that. Our priority is granting the local citizens an escape route. To do so, we must start by capturing the nearby strongholds.
There are still people trapped inside the fortress. We need to get to them fast.
The kingdom's here already? Loot whatever you can.
Get a load of this guy here for the wrong job. Who made him an Imperial general anyway?
One stronghold secured. We must now capture another.
But this isn't even kingdom territory. What would embolden them to do such things?
Let's take the stronghold.
It is tantamount to death for these people should these strongholds fall. We must keep them secure.
Think that's all of them. No matter what happens from here on out, we have to keep them safe.
We saved as many as we possibly could. Now we need to see them safely evacuated to the strongholds outside the fortress.
I see you trying to sneak away. Not on my watch. You fools will get what you deserve!
We have a squad of healers in reserve. They should be able to provide aid to injured citizens. Please, heal them.
Thank the goddess. I hope that grants us some peace of mind for a little while.
You can have your dirty money back. Find someone else for this job.
Shut up and do as you're told, Merc. Or I could always cut you to pieces if you can't follow orders. Ready the ballisti! Let's see them off with a nice parting gift!
Those ballisti are trouble. We should split up and take them down.
You saved me! Thanks a bunch!
Let me out of here, Metaday. I said I'm leaving.
And I said you're going nowhere. You'll stay put and watch these peasants die.
Is that a dissenter in their ranks? We should reach out to him before things escalate any further.
Come on, you're letting them get away. I'm not done feasting on the fear in their eyes yet.
The people should be safe in the strongholds for now, but we must keep defending them to the very end.
Unbelievable. They've all escaped. Guess it's time to finish this myself.
Ah, perfect. The big bad's on the field now. Don't take your eyes off the strongholds, but this is our chance to take him down.
That traitor Merc still needs to be dealt with. Get him!
So that's how it's gonna be, huh? Don't think I'll just take this lying down.
You let all the maggots get away, but I wasn't done torturing them. You'll just have to take their place.
We did it! We've created a safe path forward.
Attack! Give them no quarter!
Wait. If it's money you want, I'll split the loot.
Thanks for the rescue. What was I thinking, taking a job working under those jerks?
Perhaps you'd like to join us instead, then. We can make it worth your while.
Sure, why not? You mind if I get a breather first, though? It's been a rough one. Charge! I'm out of here if we're killing innocent people. Goes against the Merc Code.
It's too late to have morals now. We're paying you to kill, so you buckle down and do it.
If we lose that stronghold, we lose the battle. That stronghold's going to fall if we don't do something. We need to help, and fast. Is that what passes for an Imperial general these days?
Ultimately, Metaday, you were no better than a stupid beast. We will withdraw. I am Myson, liberator of humankind from the control of filthy vermin.
So that guy's the brains behind all this? Don't let him get away.
We must keep the people safe. Whatever happens, protect our strongholds.
While I may have turned a blind eye to the Empire's brutality, this wasn't what I signed up for. I'm out of here.
Don't let them get away.
Ugh. You know, these look an awful lot like Cornelius creeps.
You are all descendants of the most inconsequential of beasts, and your deaths will fuel our grand ambition.
It's as good as ours!
No matter the justification, your actions are inexcusable.
I suppose we cannot make any more gains here. No sense in sticking around. Unless...
Myson, was it?
Your efforts saved countless lives today. Hold your head high.
Where are you, Myson?
Ah! Why? Why do you wield the power of Epimenides?
Epimenides?
Tell me, where did you obtain it? Unless... his core.
His what? What are you even talking about? The power I got from Arval?
I'm not sensing his presence anymore. Myson has fled.
Yeah, and left us with nothing but questions. I didn't get a word of what he was saying.
Afraid the same goes for me. That was all quite perplexing indeed.
Either way, it's clear as day we're connected somehow. Arval, this power of yours, it's more dangerous than you've been letting on.
You think? I have to say, you've handled it with some serious aplomb these past few years. If you ask me, I see no reason to start fearing it now. The strength I've given you has saved countless lives, and you know it. Don't you remember what Dimitri said? Power itself is neutral. The good or evil comes from the one who wields it. So I say you keep using it, both to protect your friends and to finally defeat the Ashen Demon. Got something on your mind? You seemed oh so distracted during your training today.
A bit, yeah. It's kinda hard to just move on after what Myson said to me. Speaking of, he mentioned my power coming from some guy named Epimenides. Part of me wonders if that's not somehow referring to you, Arval.
I can't say for sure. The whole no memories thing, remember?
Right. I guess neither of us really know the truth about ourselves.
And I don't care to. Not now, anyway. There's an order all this should be done in. Priorities that take hold. If you let yourself get distracted by every shiny new object that comes along, you'll never reach your goal.
Which is what, exactly? Wait, don't tell me.
Defeating the Ashen Demon. Everything starts from there. You can think for the rest of time if you want, but you'll never discover the truth with only the information you have now. Not to mention that ending that fiend is the best and only way to protect the new friends you adore so much.
Yeah, you're probably right.
His Majesty requests your presence. Lord Rodrigue has just arrived. They hope to discuss strategy.
Got it. I'll be right over.
Such concludes the report I received from my son. The Western Church's assault does not appear to have meaningfully hampered the kingdom's progress.
Glad to hear it. We'd better make sure we can keep up.
It sounds like everyone's pulling their weight over there, too. What a relief.
But Claude, what do you propose we actually do? Crossing the Great Bridge of Murden will only land us square in Burgley's territory, home to the Empire's Minister of Military Affairs himself.
I don't get how we can invade the Empire without losing a ton of people.
Simple. We don't really invade. All we have to do is make it look like we will. I told Dimitri the same thing. Remember, Garrick Mach is the actual prize here. If we get dragged into a mud fight deep in their territory, pulling out won't be an option. The most important thing is convincing them they need to keep a nice big flock of troops stationed to defend the Eastern Front.
And how do we do that?
How else? We use the many-headed snake.
Ugh, gross. I don't like the sound of this.
Don't worry, that's just the name of the strategy. It's an old trick they used to pull east of Fodlan. Imagine our army's a many-headed snake, striking at a bunch of different targets all at once. Meaning not just the Great Bridge of Murden, but every other bridge that spans the Aramid too. The second the Empire starts trying to sever any one head in particular, we pull it back and redouble our efforts from the others.
A plan as arrogant and brazen as our leader himself, and yet an effective one to hear tell of it. At any rate, my opinion bears little weight in this chamber. I leave the decision to you.
We need to consider all our options here. If we really do reclaim Garrick Mach, Fodlan will undoubtedly change. And when it does, our army needs the strength to greet whatever horizon awaits.
Azure Gleam. Reprisal. Having repelled the forces of the Western Church, the Kingdom and Alliance armies joined together to launch a large-scale coordinated attack on the Empire. Preparing to assault a key Imperial position, The Kingdom Army uses northeastern Gert territory as a bridgehead to press further south. Meanwhile, a reliable ally returns to their side.
It's good to see you safely back, Rodrigue. I understand matters have begun to settle down in the west.
They have. It took more than a few lengthy inquiries, but I believe we finally excised the foul seed of discord from our soil. And the changes at the top of houses Gideon, Matthäus, and Elidor should ensure it never takes root again.
So they're keeping their territories, then? I would have expected us to remove them completely after what they did.
Such is easier said than done. Our prior situation with House Kleiman took time as well.
Yes. Replacing the head of a territory always brings dissenters crawling out of the woodwork to oppose it, be they nobles or commoners.
At least now we won't have to worry about our land descending into chaos behind us. We can't just keep repeating the same mistakes. I must say, though, I'm surprised this all went as smoothly as it did.
I did used to be the eminent Duke Fraldarius, remember? I have just a bit of experience with these things.
In any case, we must turn our gaze eastward. How's the Alliance holding up?
According to Gustav's report, Claude is holding out for the perfect opportunity to advance his army. Naturally, they don't favor their chances in a head-on clash with the famed Count Burgleys. So, for the time being, they intend to feign a deadlock and slowly dwindle away the enemy forces.
It seems the decision to reclaim the monastery was a shrewd one, then. It's our best path forward.
I know we're slated to advance on Hevring territory, but shouldn't we hold off till the Alliance can come help us too?
No. On the contrary. If we can show our individual might warrants attention, the Empire will have no choice but to dispatch more troops west, which should, in turn, ease the burden on the Alliance and their army. Claude and I agreed to as much.
The real question is whether we can even trust him. It's impossible to tell if you ask me.
If anything, he might be trying to wear us down. Soften us up so he can beat the stuffing out of us later.
I doubt he would do something like that. At least, not in the midst of pursuing the same goal. But you're right. Claude's tricky to pin down. You can never really tell what he's plotting.
I don't believe we can be too cautious here. We should consider every possible angle.
Agreed. But if the Alliance does try anything, Gustav and the Knights of Seros should be more than enough to thwart their plans. For now, though, we march on. Ready your units.
So, we finally take aim at the Empire in earnest.
Yes. We must finish this swiftly, for the sake of all those caught in the middle.
If you don't mind me asking, Your Majesty, do you have it within you to topple the Emperor? I speak not of military prowess, nor the strength of our army. No, I speak of your emotions.
He's got a point. I mean, she's your stepsister. Anyone would hesitate to cut down their own family.
She is an old friend as well, though I doubt she has any recollection of it now. Rodrigue, do you truly think my hand will waver? I, who cleaved my own uncle's head from his shoulders? Now, seeing as the Empire was involved in the tragedy of Duscur, there is still much I must ask of her. In a way, she and I are no different, starting wars of our own volition, sending countless innocent lives to the feet of the goddess. However noble one's reasoning may be, a deed like that cannot go unpunished. And if she refuses to yield, then as a king, and one seeking revenge at that, I will take her life.
I'm pleased to hear it. That reminds me. I meant to give you this earlier.
A letter?
One from Lady Patricia. I uncovered it during our inquiry of Viscount Elidor.
From my stepmother.
I hope you'll forgive the intrusion, but I have already examined its contents. The letter contains no new information of note. That said, I expect you'll find the subject matter quite disturbing indeed, Your Majesty.
I see. I will read it later, then.
Oh, Dmitri. Have you read that letter from your stepmom yet?
Yes, I have. It was a missive requesting the then Viscount Elidor's cooperation in her conspiracy against my father. She claimed he would have much to gain from the king's elimination, all while shrewdly expressing sympathy with his objections to the reforms. I had it investigated for signs of forgery as a precaution, but such a search returned nothing. The letter is authentic.
Meaning your stepmom was a willing participant in the tragedy of Dusker. She sent so many to die, and would have done the same to her own stepson if all had gone according to plan.
All out of the desire to see her daughter again. Or so Cornelius said. The wretch's words deserve little weight. But I believe she spoke true. In every memory I hold of my stepmother, she was always looking past me, as if the one she truly cared for was somewhere else entirely.
That's horrible. I never knew my real mom, but the woman who adopted me loved me with all her heart. That's how it should be.
It was horrible, yes, but what of it? There is no guarantee a parent will come to love their child. Still, being faced with such plain evidence of her crimes is a difficult thing to come to terms with. I had once thought her among those I would avenge, yet now she lies squarely in the path of my fury.
Pretty heavy stuff, yeah.
I can tell you're troubled as well.
You can see straight through me, huh? Guess that's what 3 years together will do. It's Myson, that dark mage from before. He was familiar with my power somehow. And yeah, I know you said you trust me, but I'm not so sure I even trust myself anymore. I just can't stand not knowing the truth. Who am I really?
No matter what answer awaits, I will continue to place my trust in you. That hasn't changed.
But what if I transform and attack you?
I would do whatever I must to restrain you, naturally. Failing that, I'd... Forgive me. It helps no one to utter such words.
It's fine. If nothing else, the threat of death is good motivation for me to get this power under control.
Have you lost your mind? It almost sounds like you'd be okay with him killing you.
I don't want to die, of course, but if it was between that and killing a friend, I know which one I'd pick.
Houses Gert, Esser, Lockin, and Ox. I can't believe we'll be facing them all at once.
What do you expect? From their standpoint, this is an invasion, and they are the ones to repel it. They fight to protect their homes, their families, their livelihoods, just as we would fight to protect ours. We would all do well not to forget that. Be sure to tell those under your commands the same.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Feeling guilty about this isn't gonna change anything. We still have to fight, and we still have to win.
You're right. This is the only way we'll ever get peace back in Fodlan.
There's no turning back now. Not after what we've done. But I don't regret any of it. I believe in the path we're on, the very one that's led us to the battle ahead.
Lasting peace is waiting for you on the other side of this fight. You've got my power to see you through it.
It doesn't matter what any of us say, Boar. You know what needs to be done. We'll have plenty of time to grieve once this is all over. So stick to the plan and don't look back.
We stand here because we believe in you, Your Majesty.
I see. I'm heartened to know I have your trust. Whenever I've lost my way, all of you have been there to help me recover it.
It's the least we can do, both as your subjects and your friends.
Everything seems to be in order, Your Majesty. Sorry, am I interrupting something here?
No, we've just finished. We will need your strength in this battle, Rodrigue.
And my strength you'll have. Let's show these Imperial scoundrels what a mistake it is to cross the people of Fargus. So many noble Imperial houses have assembled on the battlefield. From the looks of it, they're desperate to defend the Empire.
As are we to fight for our home. First, we must make haste and take the main hall.
Duke Gert is holed up in the main hall, but capturing strongholds and besieging the enemy should draw him out.
All right, let's aim for the closest stronghold first. Easy does it.
On to the next ones.
Something doesn't seem quite right. Does this feel a little too easy to anyone else?
Now's our chance. Attack!
Wonderful progress. That should put us at ease for the time being.
Here they are, right on schedule. All units, move out and take the Kingdom forces down!
So the enemy general finally shows. We've got to put them on the defensive.
The strongholds belong to us now. Still, it all seems to be going too smoothly.
Ugh, they're all over us! I can't stay here any longer!
Don't think you can escape! After her, quick!
Felix, don't break ranks! Remember our objective. We will not be able to besiege the enemy until we've captured the strongholds.
There, the path is clear. Wait.
Huh. You've walked right into my trap. I simply can't waste this golden opportunity.
Hanuman shall have his day. Death from above.
It's an ambush! Everyone fall back! We can take down the enemies at the rear first!
Now we tighten the net. We can't let any of our units fall before we have them surrounded.
That's Linhard. Are we gonna have to kill him? I fear that I'll just get in your way and ruin the wonderful strategy you've all thought up. No, is that Constance? Please, let me talk to her.
Send in the remaining soldiers!
Reinforcements! We'll have to outlast them somehow!
They have the numbers. Above all else, we must protect His Majesty.
The enemy's really serious about this. They're sending in so many soldiers.
There is no reason to be wary of a nobody like me. I hardly deserve to be here at all. It has been quite some time, Yuri. What brings you to grace us with your presence here?
Oh, you know, long story. I'm sure you've got one of your own. Right, Constance?
Fleeting as they may be, must my dreams end upon this battlefield? Please, let's stop this. I could never bring myself to kill you. So the goddess wishes me to suffer even further embarrassment.
Victory must be ours. We will raise the city, and the kingdom army with it.
How dare you threaten our lands, Fargus worms!
More of them? When will it ever end?
If I lose, it'll leave us with a wide opening. But I'm pretty sure this isn't worth throwing my life away over.
That's too close for comfort. I refuse to die in a place like this.
It matters not how many rank-and-file soldiers fall. I am the Viscount, and I must not die here.
I won't ask you to switch sides, but maybe we could stop fighting at least?
You could have said as much before you beat me up. You're all cruel, you know that? But fine.
They fended off our ambush. No, we cannot allow them to gain momentum.
The time has come to remount our attack on the main hall.
A loss here will see my territory invaded. I cannot suffer that to happen.
Defensive formations! Let's send the enemy packing!
For my daughter, for my people, I shall not lose. My blade is blunted after all. Forgive me, my dear Monica.
Father, no! You didn't have to. My mistake led to my father's death. I shall have revenge.
She got the better of us before, but not this time.
Monica! Oh dear! Perhaps it's time we join the battle in earnest.
I won't watch her die. Let's go, Hanuman.
The time for calm has passed. Who knows what I may do now? I promise to bring you victory, Your Majesty!
She's a tough one.
You think you can just storm your way in here and do as you please? You know nothing of this empire, and nothing of our emperor! I won't stop. Not yet! I can't die here. I won't.
Let her go. But the battle isn't over. We must prepare for our next maneuver.
I shall make them work for it, if nothing else.
It's so dreadful to see a familiar face across the battlefield. That said, I will not back down.
So you're an Imperial General now, Professor Manuela.
Not bad at all. I'm starting to like this. No, I refuse to die single. There's still so much I want to do in life. I have to withdraw.
I must fight against some of my students in order to save others. These are troubling times we live in, indeed.
I never thought the day would come that I'd cross blades with Professor Hanuman.
Everyone else has shown such bravery. I must persevere as well. I may have one foot in the grave, but I insist I keep the other out of it for the time being.
They made a very formidable duo. I wonder if our paths will cross again in the future.
Let's take it for ourselves!
No one gets past us. Got it?
Don't let the stronghold fall! To your posts, everyone!
We'll bring it down in no time.
You force your way into my city and kill innocent people. And you're shameless enough to claim you're on the side of justice. At least I can die in my hometown.
There, we've done what we can.
Isn't it time for you to come out already, Duke Gert? A general ought to seek vengeance for his subordinates.
Be careful what you wish for. I've quite a lot of deaths to avenge by now.
Duke Gert is essential to our empire. He must be protected at all costs.
I see they're putting up one last bit of futile resistance. Too bad it's not going to work.
How ironic. My territory has always strived for peace, and it's the first claimed by the flames of war.
Run, Gert. You must save Her Majesty. Stay calm.
No, you've done plenty. You have my gratitude. I cannot perish here. I must protect the Empire.
Our enemies fought well. To be honest, I'm not sure how much more we can endure. We've taken the main hall. Victory is ours, Knights of Fargus!
The enemy fought like they were possessed out there. One wrong move and we'd have been finished.
Imperial nobles will battle to the bitter end to protect their homes, just as we would. I suggest you get used to it. Everyone we face from this point forward will strike at us with the same vigor.
I guess it's kill or be killed, huh? It's exhausting just thinking about the road ahead.
Do not complain. We are only doing this to restore peace to Fodlan, remember?
I can't say I blame you for worrying. This is a difficult campaign in every sense of the word. For one, the unfamiliar terrain greatly favors our enemy. And however noble our cause, the guilt of invading our neighbors will always weigh heavy on our minds.
Be that as it may, we can't turn back now. If the kingdom and empire cannot coexist, then there is no other choice but to fight.
He's right. We all know what'll happen to Fargus if we just sit back and let Adrestia do what they want.
So you all grasp the gravity of our actions, yet choose to march on regardless. It seems our rising lords have grown even stronger than I thought. The future of Fargus is a bright one indeed. For now, all we can do is commend our soldiers for delivering us a valiant triumph, and of course, bid they continue the march. When the sun sets on this war, only our king will be fettered by the vile moniker of invader.
Don't put this all on him.
And it will fall on you to support him through it, Felix. You understand, yes? That is your duty as the shield of Fargus, and descendant of the hero Fraldarius.
Obviously.
Oh, Rodrigue, you're up late.
Ah, yes. Preparing strategy proposals for tomorrow's war council. The more legwork I can do in advance, the smoother the process will go, thus lessening the burden on His Majesty. Even one as strong as he would collapse from overwork were all our councils an unchecked slog.
He barely sleeps as it is, right? Sometimes I see him face down on his desk, I guess catching what little shut-eye he can.
Yes, he reminds me of the late king in that sense. Lambert too ascended the throne at a young age. Too young, if you ask me, and struggled greatly to adapt to the many rigors of governance.
Guess you two knew each other a long time then. I'd heard you went to the academy together at least. I've gotta ask, is Dmitri really that much like his dad?
You would hardly be able to tell them apart were they in the same room now. Though Lambert did have a somewhat shorter temper. Still, they're birds of a feather compared to my son and I. The two of us are as different as the blackest night and the brightest day.
I don't know. I think you're pretty similar. Like, you're both the first to take the initiative when something important needs doing.
That's enough to make this old man's cheeks burn. Make sure you share that opinion with Felix as well. I suppose he is quite like me, though mostly in ways I'd hoped to avoid.
Meaning what?
He can't live without some great purpose in life urging him forward. There is no peace in such an existence. I know, because I'm the same way. As Lambert's right hand, I devoted every waking moment to serving him, supporting him. And when he was lost, so too was my reason for being. I had no choice but to search for something else to propel me forth. In the end, and after much consideration, I chose to devote myself anew to Lambert, to seeing through the promise I had made him.
And what was that?
That should his son ever lose his way, I would be the one to set him back on the proper course. But I won't be here forever. Thankfully, His Majesty is blessed with friends like you. Ones who are willing to ease the immense burden on his shoulders.
Funny, I feel like Dimitri's been helping me this whole time, not the other way around. But it's all a give and take in the end, right? You've done more than your fair share for me, too.
I'm glad to hear that, truly. But to be frank, my own shortcomings have grown alarmingly clear of late. It's not enough to simply stand by his side in support. He needs someone to grab his hand and pull him in the right direction.
And you don't think you can do that? Even with Gustav's help?
At the end of the day, he and I are nothing more than His Majesty's retainers. We cannot view Fodlin through his eyes. But you stand on equal footing with him as a trusted friend. Such a bond is a rare thing indeed.
Dimitri's my leader, yeah, but he's a friend first. Probably helps that I'm not in the nobility.
Is that the root of it, I wonder? If I recall, you were born in Alliance territory, yes?
Yep, in a remote mountain town off in Ordelia land. Honestly, I don't remember much more than that. And with this weird power and all, it's hard to say for sure where I really came from.
Well, if you ask me, those things, your background, your abilities, don't matter much in the end. I can't blame you for being curious, of course, but we haven't put our faith in you because of whose child you are. The relationships you've built in your time here transcend whatever blood may flow in your veins.
Huh, what a wonderful human being. A true man of character.
Anyway, seeing as you're here, I was hoping you might be willing to share some of your wisdom with me. I would love to know a mercenary's thoughts on the proper location to stage an ambush, and where in that position our archers should take up posts.
Now we're talking. Let's see.
Azure Gleam, a trick of the goddess. Central Adrestia is soundly defended under the command of Regent Ire. However, attacks from the Kingdom and Alliance erode the Empire's defenses in both the east and west. Amidst all this, General Randolph enlists a certain mercenary company to Adrestia's cause. Their forces stand to defend Hevring territory, the Empire's final bastion in the west. Let me get this straight. If they break through Hevring land, there'll be nothing to stop the Kingdom's army from rolling straight to the capital.
That's right. The seat of Hevering's power, Mazgus, lies east of here, past the bottleneck in the Agma Mountains. It's essentially on Inbar's doorstep, the western gateway to the seat of power. Count Hevering and his men will make their last stand there. That is, if the Lions of Fargus can get through us first. And of course, we will make every possible effort to defeat them, for whatever that's worth.
Never a good sign when you're calling something your last stand.
Indeed. And we've lost far too many of our most formidable generals, including Marquis Vestra. I've not the slightest idea what's befallen our forces at the capital, nor in the east for that matter.
Yes, the whole army's been feeling a little off lately. Thankfully, you and your squadron still have your heads on straight.
It's a sad state of affairs out there. Hardly any dependable leaders remain. Instead, we're left with those who take pride in senseless looting and slaughter, or compete to see who can reduce more villages to ash. Each and every one of them handpicked by His Excellency, the Regent.
Are you sure you should be spilling secrets like that?
It's all right. I'd like you to have the full picture. Your company holds the key to victory in your hands, and with it, our very lives. Oh, but keep all that under wraps, if you would. It would bring the morale of my troops crashing to new lows were that to get out.
Usually mercs are backup for an army, not full-on replacements. But it is what it is. In any case, we'll get the job done so long as you're paying.
Geralt, should I perish in this fight, you can consider your contract terminated. You'll be free to stop supporting the Empire in its foul descent into depravity.
Randolph.
You feeling any better? I have to say, I'm still not used to this new look of yours.
That makes two of us. But it will bother me less once I'm on the battlefield.
If you say so. With the war and the state it's in, the Kingdom is throwing everything they've got at this thing. I don't know if it's that or something else, but I've got a bad feeling. So watch yourself out there.
I will. You do the same.
Oh, right. I've been meaning to give you this. Never used to be without it. Cuts like a dream. I want you to have it. Swords like this are given to captains of the Knights of Saros, and mine was just collecting dust in the band's convoy.
That's right. Alois mentioned you used to serve there.
That was a lifetime ago. I don't plan on swinging this sword ever again.
But are you sure you want to give it away? It must be quite special to you.
I'd be happiest seeing you get some use out of it.
Thank you. I'll do that.
Be good to it, all right?
The general opposite us is a man by the name of Randolph. I hear tell he's related to the Empire's Count Burgleys. To complicate matters further, he's hired Gerald's mercenaries to assist in their fight.
Them again, huh? Can't say I'm surprised.
The Imperial Army has gathered their forces in Hevring territory, with said mercenaries composing the core of their offense. I expect they'll engage us in the woodlands, an ideal location for the guerrilla warfare they specialize in.
Then we'll have to look out for traps and ambushes as we advance. More than usual, that is.
They're placing a great deal of faith in Gerald, trusting the front lines to his company.
Perhaps there are no other generals for them to rely on.
This is our chance, then. We'll be in a great spot if we can land a decisive blow on the Empire.
Absolutely. They're bound to start feeling the heat over in Enbar once we get a solid foothold here in Hevring territory.
Yes, and the enemy is surely well aware of that fact. No doubt that's precisely why Gerald is among their ranks.
He and his company are incredible fighters. But there's more to it than that. They also have immense discipline. As long as they can afford the cost, I can see why the Imperials would trust them over some of their less experienced generals.
I didn't expect us to be facing them again so soon. We had best be ready. Though truly, I wish we could fight alongside them for once instead.
We can't keep letting one mercenary mess with our whole army. So just watch. I'm gonna take that monster out once and for all. Or at least slow them down, if nothing else.
That hesitance doesn't suit you. Not anymore. You're far stronger than the last time your paths crossed. Just say the words and I'll give you all the power I can muster. We will prevail.
Whatever we decide to do, we will need a sound strategy if we are going to win.
Strategy, huh? Maybe something like a huge surprise attack on the Imperial positions.
A bold suggestion, Sylvain. You remind me of your father when he was young.
I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment or what.
The Margrave's been managing the conflict in the North for decades now, hasn't he? I'd say it's a great honor to be compared to him.
Ah, such fine memories. All of his strategies seem to involve sending me and Lambert off to thrust through the enemy lines on our own.
Yeah, going straight to the suicide charge every time doesn't sound all that strategic to me.
At any rate, I have full faith that our combined might will be up to the task at hand. We must succeed.